What's going on, guys? Welcome to my build series for First Descendant. Today we're going over my mobbing build for Hailey.
Target confirmed. Ready to fire.
Mobbing with Hailey is very different than what you're generally used to. Her transmod, Cryogenic Cluster Shot, changes Hailey's cryo round ability by switching her cryo status effect into cryogenic, which still causes enemies to take additional firearm damage like before, except now it also deals additional AoE splash damage to all enemies nearby. So hit them with cryo round, shoot them, and repeat. Easy peasy. Of course, don't forget to stack this with your Cold Fury and watch the enemies melt, so to speak. Cold Fury increases Hailey's crit rate. As you can see here, Hailey's base crit is only 5%, which is pretty garbage and may make a lot of people think that she's not really a crit descendant. However, you could not be more wrong. If you put on the right mods and then pop Cold Fury, watch what happens. As you can see, her crit steadily goes up until it maxes out. Keep in mind that Cold Fury has two downsides. One, it constantly consumes MP while active, and two, it reduces Hailey's movement speed. The build will help with mana, and the Frostwatcher Scout Rifle will help with the run speed. The Frostwatcher has a special ability that removes Cold Fury's movement reduction whenever you kill an enemy with it. This comes in handy while in combat, as you can have much more maneuverability without having to toggle Cold Fury on and off constantly like before. And this brings me into the weapons. For this build, I recommend the Enduring Legacy and the Frostwatcher. Both are great, and I usually switch back and forth between the two depending on what I'm doing at the time. My third changes depending on what I'm doing, though I usually rock the Afterglow Sword. Here are the builds I use. Now, one of the biggest mistakes that I've noticed with a lot of people and even other YouTubers is they're not paying attention to the reload modifier stat. Mods like Concentration Priority, for example, lower your reload modifier by 30%, which makes your weapon reload insanely slow, which lowers your overall damage output. To counter this, I use Recycling Genius to cancel out the reload modifier loss. And this makes a huge difference in the long run and ensures that you're not caught off guard during a super long reload. For the components, I use the Frozen Singularity Reactor, obviously, coupled with the Slayer set for the increased skill power. For the mods, I use Cryogenic Cluster Shot, as I said before, Energy Collection, Increased HP, Front Lines, Focus on Singular, Emergency Measures, Focus on Chill, Nimble Fingers, MP Conversion, Multi-Talented, and Skill Concentration. I have 3 builds total for Hailey, and she's been catted 17 times, though I will admit a few of those were simply trial and error. Here is a look at my catting layout for those who want to know. This build is great for both soloing and in groups. Note that you can swap out Energy Collection for MP Collector if you want, though I found that Energy Collection works better overall, but you do you. Overall, Hailey is a great Descendant and is very fun to play. She's a beast at bossing and is a pretty good mobber as well. She has a really long base range and deals more damage the further away you are. I highly recommend her, especially if you're into long range and or sniping characters. Check out my other Descendant build videos, and please feel free to ask any questions you may have about this build or about Hailey herself. And that's it for this video, guys. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Later.